Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an enlightening English lesson brought to you by Enzo's Butler, the epitome of excellence in the Exceptional English Club. Today, we shall embark on a journey into the intriguing world of confirmation bias. Prepare yourselves for a delightful dialogue adorned with words such as overconfident, mull, scenario, and bias, as well as the enchanting melodies of phrasal verbs like heard of, run into, sing out, and leading to. We shall not forget the charming idioms that grace our language, such as critical thinking skills, dropping the ball, and stuck in one's ways. Let us dive into the depths of this dialogue, where we shall uncover the secrets of confirmation bias. Once we have grasped its essence, we shall put our newfound knowledge to the test through a series of comprehension questions. But worry not, for I have faith in your intellectual prowess. But wait, there's more. As we near the end of our extraordinary lesson, we shall engage in exercises that will enrich our vocabulary, polish our phrasal verb skills, and further acquaint us with the whimsical world of idioms. It is my firm belief that with each passing exercise, we shall become more motivated, more impeccable in our command of the English language. Prepare yourselves for an unforgettable experience. Let us embark on this adventure together, as we unravel the mysteries of confirmation bias and emerge as true connoisseurs of English language mastery. Let us not dally, for the world awaits our impeccable linguistic prowess.
The afternoon light danced through the stained glass windows of Enzo's study. The room, bathed in hues of rose and emerald, provided a backdrop that was as rich as the discussions that often unfolded within its confines. Today, it was home to an exchange between Enzo and his butler, a man whose wisdom extended far beyond the fine art of service.
You know, Butler, I've been mulling over 1,000,001 things these days, but I just can't seem to move forward.
A predicament indeed, sir. What seems to be the issue?
I've been investing, recruiting for my company, even delving into social media, but it's been a perfect storm of unfortunate outcomes. What am I missing?
Perhaps, it may be a question of how you interpret the information you have, sir. Have you heard of confirmation bias?
Can't say that I have.
Allow me to explain. It's the tendency to interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that supports our existing beliefs or values. Think of it like this. When we've already set our mind in a certain way, we tend to only see the things that agree with our view.
So you're saying I've been all hat and no cattle, in a sense?
Well, not exactly. It's less about not having substance and more about focusing too heavily on information that confirms your beliefs, while often ignoring or dismissing contrary evidence. This bias can show up in several ways.
How so?
Consider your investment scenario. You've likely been drawn to evidence that confirms your strategy, ignoring signs of potential loss. This bias has a tendency to get around our critical thinking skills, making us overconfident. It's like seeing a tree you admire and failing to saw up the dead branches that threaten to kill off the tree's overall health.
So I've been dropping the ball because of this bias?
In a manner of speaking, yes. It can strike off the possibility of seeing a comprehensive picture. For instance, in your recruitment process, you may be unconsciously selecting candidates that resonate with your own beliefs, casting up a barrier to diversity.
Sounds like something out of Alice in Wonderland. Mad as a Hatter, isn't it?
On the surface, perhaps. But remember, we're all vulnerable to it. It's not deliberate deception, but an automatic, unintentional strategy our minds adopt. We can't duck out of it, but we can certainly manage it.
And how do we do that?
Critical thinking skills, sir. We must always ask ourselves out of our comfort zones, consider alternative possibilities, and not be afraid to look up and challenge our own beliefs. When we run into information that contradicts our views, we shouldn't be too quick to set it back. Instead, let's sing out these differing perspectives and treat them as opportunities for growth.
Sounds like a challenging task, Butler, but I suppose it's necessary to ensure I'm not stuck in my ways. Perhaps this conversation was exactly what I needed to be up to the challenge.
Indeed, sir. Remember, progress is not about eliminating our biases. It's about acknowledging them and constantly striving to move forward, despite their presence.
In the symphony of the mind, the melodies of confirmation bias can often play a dominant tune. But with the right tools, we can ensure it doesn't overshadow the entire concert.
Comprehension questions. Question number 1. How does confirmation bias affect our critical thinking skills? Question number 2. How does the Butler describe confirmation bias? Question number 3. How does the Butler describe progress in relation to biases? Question number 4. How does the Butler suggest challenging confirmation bias? Vocabulary multi-choice. The venture capitalist decided to what in the tech startup? A. Confirmation bias. B. Participate. C. Invest. D. Stay. E. Unconsciously. The CEO developed a new marketing what to increase sales. A. Interpreted. B. Model. C. Strategy. D. Evidence. E. Plan. After receiving feedback from employees, the manager took some time to what over the suggestions before implementing any changes. A. Adopt. B. Recruitment process. C. Mull. D. Go. E. Look. Despite our best efforts, the business experienced an what decline in sales due to the economic downturn. A. Resonated. B. Unfortunate. C. Interpreted. D. Abrupt. E. Unexpected. Phrasal verbs multi-choice. This lack of preparation can show up in a business presentation. What? A negative impression on potential investors. A. Leading to. B. Agree with. C. Contributing to. D. Leading toward. E. Run into. When we what? A potential business partner who has a different opinion, we shouldn't immediately dismiss their ideas. A. Leading to. B. Run into. C. Run across. D. Stumble into. E. Show up. By networking and attending industry conferences, entrepreneurs can what? And establish valuable connections. A. Get exposure. B. Get around. C. Move around. D. Heard of. E. Duck out of. It's like seeing a business plan that has potential but failing to what? The unnecessary expenses that threaten the company's profitability. A. Be up to. B. Cover up. C. Saw for. D. Saw up. E. Heard of. Idioms and phrases. Definition: crazy or eccentric. A. Critical thinking skills. B. Mad as a hatter. C. All hat and no cattle. D. A million and one. Definition: a large number of things. A. Stuck in one's ways. B. 1,000,001. C. Dropping the ball. D. Mad as a hatter. Definition: a situation where multiple negative events occur simultaneously. A. Stuck in one's ways. B. Critical thinking skills. C. A perfect storm. D. Dropping the ball. Definition: a person who talks or boasts a lot, but has no real ability or substance to back it up. A. A perfect storm. B. All hat and no cattle. C. Stuck in one's ways. D. Dropping the ball. Definition: the ability to objectively analyze and evaluate information to form a balanced judgment. A. Critical thinking skills. B. Stuck in one's ways. C. Mad as a hatter. D. Dropping the ball.
I express my utmost gratitude for your attentive ear. If you enjoyed this lesson, kindly subscribe and share it with your friends. Should you seek further enlightenment in the intricacies of the English language, I do cordially invite you to pay a visit to Enzo's Butler.club and join our growing community of English enthusiasts. I am Enzo's Butler, always at your service.